How much fun is this week? I hear you guys talk about opportunities all the time, but this is one, you win one, you get into the postseason.
Yeah, we've kind of been talking amongst ourselves and with some coaches, it's kind of like a playoff game. You got to win to get the next one. And, we're going to come out hungry. That last week's loss is really tough on us. And, just coming back, kind of pissed off, we got to figure out what to fix and how to do it. And, with the short week, everything's accelerated. So it's going to be fun to, try to figure out ways, to keep going and keep pushing through all these mistakes. So.
You pick up anything from the Washington State week where you were kind of in this truncated situation of preparation that you can use this week with another short week?
It's really just as simple as you got to kind of speed everything up a day. Whether it was, you split your work, a little bit, further apart from now you got to condense everything a little bit more. So that's really the only thing, with film study and drawing up the plays, plays and all that stuff. So, just trying to condense everything is really the only adjustment.
What are you seeing out of UCLA's secondary? It seems like they got a lot of guys that have a lot of stars next to their names, but they've been really inconsistent.
Yeah, they're great athletes. That's just UCLA. They got great players in every position, and they all can run, make plays. It's going to be a good challenge for us. How well can we get open? How well can I throw with good time and anticipation and accuracy? It's going to be a great challenge for us. So if there, inconsistencies. That's the past. That's a new week. That's kind of the way I look at it. They can come out and play great now. So it's going to be a great challenge for us.
How impatient are you to just get back on the field after the way the Stanford game ended?
Yeah, it was a heartbreaker. I'm not going to sit here and just, we're on to the next week. Tell you, it hurt. It still hurts. I think it always will. But, it's one of those things where you got to take it and use it as a motivation to work harder and to not let that happen again. It's as anybody knows, it's not fun losing, especially to our rival. And, we have another rivalry game coming up, so we want to make sure we put our best foot forward and, just try to put ourselves in the best position to win.
Outside of the program, there weren't a ton of people who thought you guys would be in this situation, a chance to go to a bowl game. Inside, did you guys always think this was a possibility?
Yeah, this is going to sound, I don't want this to sound bad, this is kind of like a letdown, how many games we've lost and the way we've lost. And, I'm sure there's a lot of guys, including myself, with our personal performances, we'll be the first ones to tell you how disappointed or, mad we are about it. But, for the outside public, we never really listen to that, all that stuff. Everyone tries to either use it as, you've got to use that as motivation. And, they're not here with us every day. They don't come to practice every day. And, we're just trying to, trust trust the coaching and trust, what they've taught us. And it's been great so far to help us get 5 wins, and that's what we got to just keep trusting them and keep putting in the right amount or the right, work. That's all it is. And just trying to figure out what we can do better. It's just, look internally and how can we help the team. And, that's really it.
What was your Saturday night and Sunday like, especially after that last play?
Yeah, it's kind of like you'd think, not hanging out with too many people and not really trying to have too much fun. It was my birthday the day after, and that was probably the worst birthday I've had, and that's it's tough. I'm not here for a pity party or trying to cry me a river, but it sucked. It's not fun.
What did you do for your birthday?
I was just hanging out just watching TV and just hanging out.
Stayed home, even though mom and dad had just thrown you?
Yeah, no, they wanted to come see me, and I was just, I didn't really feel like seeing anybody. They did make me feel a little better. They brought me some food and all that, and brought my dog, so that was nice.
Oh,
I got to,
so I got therapy animal.
There you go. got to be with him, and so that was nice. Just kind of having him with me and all that stuff. I wasn't very much fun to be around for that weekend. So.
What kind of dog is it?
Golden Retriever.
What's the name?
Buck.
Buck?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
You mentioned how much talent UCLA has. Have you been able to see anything on tape as to why they're having so much trouble stopping the run? Because they do have talent all over the field.
There's a lot of little things you can correct, with all that type of stuff, but. They're kind of like everybody else. It's if you're committed to a goal and have everyone do their job, it usually works out. But it only takes one to kind of mess everything up for everybody. So it can be, you know, a whole bunch of different things, you know. So I'll be interested to see how they, you know, they're going to come out. I know they're coming out hot, you know, especially with losing their coach. I'm sure they're just as, you know, mad about their season as we are, you know. So they're going to try to get that 6th win just like us, and you know, it's going to be a really hard-fought game. So I'm, you know, looking forward to it.
How much have you noticed Rosen when you watch crossover film?
I haven't watched him. I mean, I've watched him, like, you know, before our games, you know, if we're just watching him, stuff like that. You know, he's phenomenal talent, obviously, and, you know, hopefully he doesn't have a phenomenal day.
Right. You know, I've heard a lot of people talk about just simply his arm talent, but in watching him, I know you're not trying to scout him, but in watching him, do you see other little things there that have made him so successful?
Yeah, no, I mean, you can learn something just from watching anybody, you know, and he's, you know, a very, very talented, you know, quarterback, so I could learn a lot just watching him, and, you know, he's really good in the pocket, he's calm, and, you know, makes some smart plays, you know, so that's just kind of what I've, you know, taken away from watching him, and, you know, he's a good player, so.
He wears a decent number, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, guys.